Thank you all. Senator Lieber, I had a question for you on and if you're not the right person, let me know. But you talked about the suicide rates, and I know this is a sensitive topic for everybody, but in the UK, the Health Service plans to restrict treatment of youth under 18, stating there's scarce and inconclusive evidence to support their clinical decision-making. And they also warn doctors now not to encourage kids to change their names and pronouns, finding that most kids who think they're transgender are going through a transient phase. The Norwegian Health Investigation Board, just 2 weeks ago, deemed puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgery for children and young people as experimental, determining that the current gender-affirming guidelines are not evidence-based and need to be revised. They're looking at this data. They're doing systematic reviews of evidence, and they are not finding what you mentioned in your testimony. So, and this is 2 countries in Europe, and there's several more. I'm trying to understand, what are we seeing that they aren't? Or what are they seeing that we're missing?
Thank you, Chair Nose, Representative Diehl. Thank you for the question. I can't go deeply into the statistics with regards to that, but I do know that LGBTQ youth in particular have a very high rate of suicide. When you are not valuing children and seeing who they are for who they are and how they are in the world, I can tell you as a child that when I was a youth and I was going through my own journey, let's talk about that, it was really, really hard. So all I would say is it is really important to make sure that we are providing health care for the people who need it. And it is really important to listen to the children who are telling us that they feel or what they're feeling and how they are being in this world. And I think that it is to not listen to them is really, really hard. I get that there may be all sorts of differing views with regard to whether or not it is appropriate and at what age. We're trying to make sure that in Oregon, we can listen and have them talk to their doctors and not have a politician make the decision for them, but have their doctors make a decision with them. And I think that's the really important thing. This isn't just about a child making a decision on their own. It's with medical care, and we're trying to get life-saving medical care to these kids.
Can I ask a follow-up on that?
It's really short.
It's be really short. I agree with you. I want to leave this to the doctors. I want to make sure that they are looking at they're systematically reviewing evidence. What we are doing here is inconsistent with all the evidence that Europe is looking at. There are no studies that back up what you're stating that I would call systematic reviews of evidence, and that's the basis. And
I'm not sure here.
It's a statement.
Yeah, Representative Diehl.
Yeah.
Let's keep it to a question, okay?
Yeah.